Sam Darnold ended up 25 of 40 for 245. Anyways, we got Mick Aussie in the house now. The Denver Broncos season came to an end yesterday. Let me ask you, Mick, after the opening touchdown, the quick touchdown on like the fourth play of the game for the Denver Broncos yesterday, were you feeling pretty good about things? At least briefly for a minute or so? Because I got to tell you, as a Bills fan, I really wasn't worried. I tweeted out, I said, Sean Payton scripted this. He outthought Sean McDermott on the first drive, but after that, it'll even out. And it did. The Bills just crushed them as the game went on, but it was still a good year for the Broncos.
Well, I'm glad you asked me that because you tweeted that Payton would outcoach McDermott. Well, I think Payton's coaching effort was absolutely pitiful yesterday. The only way you were going to beat the Bills is to get up by 2 or 3 touchdowns, get them nervous, and then sure they might come up. First drive touchdown, and then what did he do? Play conservative, run. We got 3 average running backs. We couldn't run the ball. You guys, McDermott stuck to his plan of run. Between Cook and Allen, you guys destroyed us. He stuck to the plan. We missed that field goal at the half. That was not good. But yes, bad coaching by Sean Payton. Disgraceful, mate. Too conservative, and it was a boring game. And I don't mind a good defensive battle, but that was a boring game, mate. We had to go for it. Touchdown first drive and then nothing. Couple of drop passes by Sutton and a couple other players. Like I said, the nerves, but I blame Sean Payton, mate. Terrible coaching. Stuff him.
Yeah, you know what, though? I didn't say that he was going to outcoach McDermott. I said that the opening game script would outcoach McDermott.
Okay.
Right, that's what I said. The opening game script, right? I mean, the first plays of these games are scripted, right? I mean, the drive, it wasn't like they don't make up the second and third play of the game on the fly. Like, they practice like 20 plays, 15, 20 plays over and over and over during the week, knowing this is what we're going to open up the game with. And we're going to attack them like this, or we're going to try to surprise them like this. We're going to do this or that. And I knew. That was my fear, and I even told people. That was why, Mick, I said before the game, I said, I'm not surprised Sean Payton's going to script the first few plays. He had something up his sleeve. But once the game goes on, if you don't have the better team, you're screwed. You know what I mean? You can't script the entire game. You can script the first 5-7 plays of a game. You can't, once the game starts going, you're right. They got conservative. It was like he just knew they were going to lose, and he tapped out kind of, to be honest. He was like, we're not coming back, so let's just run the ball.
Yeah, and you got Bo Nix all week saying we can go in there and play loose. We got nothing to lose. Well, when you got a good quarterback, let him throw more because our running backs are average. They reckon Payton doesn't like any of the running backs. They might go for someone real good at running back next year. We need linebackers. Our linebacking crew was no good. We'll get Singleton back from Calgary, so he's good. But tight ends, wide receivers, linebacker, that's what we need. And we had $90 million in dead cap money. How disgraceful was that? So we got to be happy. But, yeah, terrible coaching yesterday. But congratulations, mate. You were the way better team. I'll admit that.
Well, now, you know what, I wasn't. Now we got to worry about the Baltimore Ravens because the Ravens are a lot better than the Denver Broncos are. What's your pick, Mick? The Bills or the Baltimore Ravens? The game is a pick 'em.
Well, now that Broncos are out, I'll be on Von Miller with your Bills. I saw he had a few plays yesterday. I think it's straight out to me. Again, home field pick. I'll go for the Bills to win. I hope they get to the Super Bowl. We do have to worry about the 2 runners for their team, Lamar and Henry. At least Henry's lighter this year. Now he's got rid of that raccoon out of his helmet, so he is very, very dangerous. And I think Allen should be MVP because Lamar has more weapons. He has Henry with him. So I think Allen was MVP, but whatever. But no, real good game. Home field pick for me, and I hope they win.
Yeah, well, this is why it's also dumb, too, that they also, I guess it's separate, but, if everyone's debating who the MVP is between these two, let them play. And we can sort of see on Sunday, but they already got the votes in. You know what I mean? It's the regular season. What happens now in the playoffs is irrelevant, but it looks like Lamar's going to win because like 90% of the time, whoever gets the all-pro vote gets the MVP vote, and it's the exact same media people that vote. So it appears it's almost like the Golden Globes and the Oscars. You know, whoever wins the Golden Globe is going to win the Oscar. So seems like it's a done deal. Rams are getting 6 against the Eagles. Eagles won yesterday, Mick, but their offense wasn't great. What's your pick here? Do you think the Rams have a shot in Philadelphia?
Oh, I absolutely hope so, and I did. I just checked that too. 6 points. I'll take the Rams with the 6, and I'll go for a roughie here. I'll go for the Rams to win. Those Eagles, they're undisciplined. Packers were terrible yesterday. They couldn't tackle. Hurts had 7 seconds. Those D linemen for the Packers looked like they weren't trying. Packers had injuries everywhere. Eagles couldn't destroy them. How's those Eagles fans, mate? They were booing the Eagles into the third quarter. They are absolute shockers. A.J. Brown reading a book on the sidelines that made the CTV news tonight. They're undisciplined, mate. Their coach is a nutcase. Their crowd, their fans are the worst in sports. I hope the Rams beat them. Hope it's close at least.
Yeah, I think it could be tough for the Rams. Plus, they're playing on a short week. You got to play Monday. Now you got to go on the road to the East Coast, play on a Sunday afternoon. At least it's at 3 o'clock. It's not fully early, but still, it's not an ideal situation for the Rams. Feels to me like the Eagles and the Detroit Lions are on a collision course. In the same way, I sort of thought that the Bills and the Chiefs were on a collision course, but now the Ravens are in the way there. What's your pick for the Commanders and Lions? The Lions are 9-point favorites, Mick, over the Commanders.
Oh, mate. See, there was one decent game on the weekend, wasn't there? It was pretty bad all around. Commanders were good, eh? And what about that guy that had the kicker that just went through? He was lucky to get that through. Bad luck for Baker Mayfield. Good game, but offense for those Lions, mate. They are unbelievable. I'm going to take the Lions on the minus. Hope it's close. It might be close for a while, but that week's rest should make the Lions absolutely more dynamic. Not sure on their injuries on defense. I think they still got quite a few. I'll take the Lions on the money line and probably the minus as well.
What about the Chiefs and Texans? Chiefs are 8-point favorites.
Oh, well, we know the Chiefs are going to win because, well, you know, Roger Goodell, he goes feeding the chooks with Taylor Swift. I reckon there's a secret romance going on there. I really do. The amount of money that the Chiefs make the NFL, they'll get all the favoritism with the refs. Absolutely they will. And I'm not a conspiracy theorist guy normally, but I am on this one. Hope the Texans keep it close. They probably won't. Herbert had 4 interceptions. He gave them the game, really, didn't he? So Chiefs to win, probably on the minus, but I hope I'm wrong.
And Mick, I want to get you on at 24 instead of 32, so we're going to get you out of here in a minute. It was my bad, but your boy Kyrios was eliminated. Mick, I know you got. I know you're sad about that. You're just as sad about that as Russell Wilson losing in the playoffs.
Curious, I hope I never see him again. And Scott Farrell for the last 5 weeks saying how bad the Steelers were. That was the most beautiful radio I've heard all week, mate. He goes on before you come on every day saying how bad Wilson and the Steelers were. And it was beautiful radio for the last 5 weeks, how bad the Steelers. I picked that. I said they weren't that good. I got the Vikings wrong.
Sports gaming strategy so strong you can practically power your phone on it. Extend your battery life. Keep it here. This is the SportsGrid Radio Network.
The Technology Minute.